Welcome to Jacksonville. I got something up my sleeve for you guys this week. Check it out. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Bryan. This is the Hunt for the Good Stuff, and now we're in Jacksonville, Florida. Jacksonville Beach, to be exact. I'm at a place called Maple Street Biscuit Company. I heard about this place doing a little bit of research on Yelp, a little bit on YouTube. You come across some good stuff. Every single time that I've come across it, people are like, this is a must try when you're in Jacksonville. So I'm like, all right, let's make that happen. As you see, I got this tower of deliciousness right here in front of me, and I'm about to dive in. It looks phenomenal. I'm actually salivating as we're speaking. So the whole concept over here is basically you have biscuits and then you make sandwiches with them. Generally, they're like fried chicken sandwiches. So in this case, we have pecan smoked bacon. Any kind of smoked bacon is awesome. Pecan you don't really see too often. It makes a little bit of a subtle difference. A medallion of goat cheese, fried chicken, biscuits, and this beautiful orange glow that you see over here. That's actually the pepper marmalade or the pepper jam, if you will. It looks great. It's going to give a little bit of sweetness to the dish and another additional depth of complexity. So, you ready to jump in? You know I am. Oof. All right, where to begin? That biscuit looks super soft too. Put a little bit of that jammy on there. Get that jammy jams. A little bit of that goat cheese up top. That's a good bite. Oh, that's a Southern delight right there. Oh man, it's so interesting. So the thing's towering. It's a bit of a mouthful, but it just kind of delays the process and you understanding what you're even enjoying. There's so many different layers going on over here. If you break down just the biscuit by itself, it's got a little subtle sweetness. From what I understand, they throw a little maple syrup in it. Gives it a little bit of an extra, if you will. You got the pecan wood smoked bacon. You got a little bit of that goat cheese. It's got a little bit of that tang to it. Brings the two together. Now there's a little sweetness coming from the biscuit. There's that nice richness and delicious crunch coming from that fried chicken piece. And then this marmalade really brings it home. Once upon a time, the Food Network was here to review this item, and there was nothing but stellar reviews. I could see why. You could see why. I mean, look at this thing. Colors alone, you want this thing. So this could get a little messy, but that's half the fun. Little dippy dips. This is the one to try. The tanginess from that goat cheese and that pepper marmalade, beautiful. If it was just a cheese plate by itself, you would love those two items together. But throw some fried chicken on it, throw some bacon on it, throw some towering biscuits on it, you got yourself one hell of a breakfast. So this little beauty over here, it's a iteration or a play off of South Carolina's The Big Nasty. If you've ever been around Charleston, you know what I'm talking about. If not, just understand that it's pretty similar to this. You have the towering biscuit, and then you have that sausage gravy kind of pouring all over the place. That's this beautiful white deliciousness that you see here. It almost has kind of like a spreadability of like goat cheese in its own right, but it's not. It's a quote-unquote gravy. So you use generally a cream or a milk component with a little bit of flour to thicken it up, and then obviously throw the pan drippings from the sausage and any additional spices that you might want in it as well. It has a real filling effect. Like, you basically want to pass out right after eating one of these things. I got like a 4-hour drive back to Fort Lauderdale right now, so I might have to pass out in the gas station, but I would say it's worth it. You got to find your point of attack. Generally, I like when it's like coming out a little bit with the protein. And if you have to, you got to piecemeal it. So you get a little bit of that, get a little bit of your biscuit, and a little bit of that gravy. All right. That sausage gravy is like the bridge. It's like the flavor of the chicken, the cheddar. They're all trying to run away from you. And then that sausage gravy just says, nope, get on back here. And you get this one solid experience. There's so many different textures going on in the thing. It's a classic, it really is. If you're in the southern states, Carolinas, Georgia, even like northern Florida, where we are right now in Jacksonville, this is the place to try. This is the type of food that you want to try. This is what I was in the mood for before I even got here. Shout out to my boy David's been here. Boy started off in Miami just like me, killing the game right now. But I watched one of his videos, told me to come here and sample this thing, and I'm so happy I did. Good looking out, man. A couple other cool tidbits too. So maple's in the name of the place. Maple pretty much shows up in random places, like the biscuit, like the coffee, believe it or not. So before you even put a sweetener or anything in it, it already has a little tinge of maple in it. So for anybody that does have a sweet tooth, you're gonna want to get 2 or 3 cups of this stuff. But what's really interesting is as soon as we got here, everybody's ultra friendly. And people say that the people in the South are ultra friendly, kind of that Southern hospitality. Where here in Jacksonville, people just seem to be nicer. And that's a true statement. Just random people want to say hello to you. I was at Total Wine having conversations with random people. And even right here, the manager came up to us and immediately just wanted to say hello and kind of explain what he does over here. What we found out was we showed up on a Sunday, and they're not open on Sundays generally, but they decided to open up because they wanted to have some kind of a relief program for what was going on in the Bahamas. I mean, it's nice to kind of see that human compassion, you know, right in your face. It makes you want to get up and do something. So they were taking some donations today, and a portion of the proceeds was actually going to the cause, not even just here, but a multitude of the different spaces. I think he said 20 plus spaces. We're actually doing the same thing today. So fingers crossed that, you know, you get the dollars that you were looking for and you could actually help out the people over there in Bahamas. So give them a shot next time you're in the South. Doesn't have to be Jacksonville. They're all over the place. Check it out. Another episode in the books. You gotta travel, doesn't matter. The hunt needs to get done. I do it for myself, I do it for you. The hunt is on the move, and you need to keep your eyes out because every Sunday, there's something awesome going on. If you like the video, you give me a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe, and I'm gonna see you soon, okay? Because I love this stuff. And you know the deal. You keep watching, I'm gonna keep hunting, and I'm gonna see you soon, okay?